Hello, everyone, and welcome once more to this exciting edition. I am happy to be your host, and we will go through lots of stuff today. But before that, I just wanted to ask you this very question. Do you know that international medical graduates or foreign medical graduates make up to 25% of the physician workforce in the US? That means a huge demand for foreign trained doctors in the US, especially, in underserved communities and areas and specialties. However, getting a job sometimes as a physician can become very hard. In the US, you need to go through a rigorous and a competitive process of certification, which we all know going through the USMLE Step 1, Step 2, and Step 3. But there are other exciting pathways that are also well paid and renowned, so you don't have to worry. In this video, I will show you some of the job opportunities for IMGs and foreign medical graduates in the US and how you can actually pursue them. If you like the content, please hit share, subscribe as well, and share the good news to people. A lot of people need this information. The first career option I would like to talk to you is becoming a physician assistant. It's a way to put your foot in the door. And a physician assistant is a medical professional who works under the supervision of a physician and can perform as many tasks that are same to that of the physician, such as, diagnosing, treating, and preparing medical equipment for procedures and also prescribing medication. Physician assistants can work in various settings and specialties such as primary care, surgery, emergency medicine, and many more. And physician assistants are in high demand in the US. Follow the link in the description, and they make at least more than $120,000 a year. This is really amazing. And also, to become a physician assistant, you need to, complete some kind of a degree program. You also need to pass the Physician Assistant National Qualifying Exam, or what they call the PANCE, and obtain a state license. So it's not a very difficult process and a procedure to do. You can just do that, and you'll be able to get your license and you'll practice as a physician assistant. The good news is that many physician assistant programs accept IMGs and foreign medical graduates as applicants, and some of them even offer advanced placements or credits for your previous medical education and experience. However, you still need to meet certain criteria that are really important, such as, having at least a bachelor's degree, which you already do by having your MD degree. And sometimes some of the programs want you to take an MCAT or a GRE, but not a majority of the programs will want you to do that. So the second and most exciting career as well is becoming an occupational therapist. For occupational therapists, they are health professionals who help people of all ages and who have specific disabilities. And they help them to perform daily activities or daily tasks, such as they help them with dressing, teaching them how to eat, walk, and play again. And occupational therapists can work in various settings such as hospitals, schools, clinics, and homes. Occupational therapists are in high demand in the US, and the average salary for the occupational therapist is at least $90,000. Check the link in the description and don't miss this opportunity. And how do you become an occupational therapist? You need to complete some kind of program, either a master degree or a doctoral program. But you, as a physician or as a foreign medical graduate, you already qualify with your MD degree. You also need to pass some of the national board exams for occupational therapists, just so that you're certified, because they want to know that you know exactly what you're doing and what you're saying. And the good news is that many occupational therapists accept IMGs and foreign medical graduate as applicants. And some of them even offer, advanced placements or credits. That's what you're looking for. You want an advanced placement, you want credit. So you already have that with occupational therapists. And sometimes you just need to do a GRE for some programs, not all. Still, I would say maybe like a minority, but you want to check that out. And you can find more information about occupational therapies on the American Occupational Therapists Association website that I've left the link in the description. Third option that you can definitely have, a clinical researcher. Clinical researchers is a very luxurious position, and these are scientists who conduct studies to evaluate safety and efficacy of new drugs, devices, treatment, and new treatments in humans. It could be a medical device, it could be software as a medical device, it could be natural health product, all of this stuff. It's really super exciting and interesting stuff. And you have the opportunity to bring that clinical research knowledge and work with it in biotechnology firms and pharmaceutical industries. And these positions are really super exciting. Clinical researchers ideally can also specialize in different phases and aspects of clinical trials, such as design, management, analysis, and regulatory. And clinical researchers are in high demand in the US and Canada. And the average salary of clinical researchers is about $80,000 per year. That's like, when you enter and you have some experience, it's really amazing. And how do you become one of it is that you need to have a strong background in science, stats, and ethics. It's important for you to know some of these things. If you don't know them, that's still fine. You can still have the opportunity to do that. I personally did clinical research for several years, and I didn't really have a strong background in these particular things, but I knew GCP, and GCP, you can take a training in a week and you're really good at that. You also need to have good communication and organizational problem solving skills. Demanding on the level and type of positions are also really varied. So depending on what position you want to get into, if you want to get into a biostatistic or an epidemiologist or public health position or clinical research, there are all these different positions that are out there and you can apply for one of them. You also need to have some certification or training in clinical research, such as maybe the American Clinical Research or the Society of Clinical Research Associates, like CRA. Sometimes you don't automatically need this, but just having these are a plus for you. There are many courses online there, like Coursera, Google courses that offer these programs for free or for less than $10 for a certification. And the good news is that many IMGs and FMGs are currently being accepted in this position for them to pursue a career. You can find more information about clinical research and opportunities on Clinical Research Forum's website. Like, I've left the link in the description box below. The other positions are like speech language pathologist. A speech language pathologist is a health professional who assesses and treats people with communication and swallowing disorders. It's really important. It's really something that's problematic here in North America. And so speech language therapies can work in various settings and populations such as schools, hospitals, nursing homes, and children settings, and they're in high demand in the US. And an average salary of a speech language pathology is about $80,000 per year. And, with the phenomenon that women are delivering children later than before now, and we definitely need much more speech and language pathologists. And to become one, you need to complete some kind of certification again in the field. And depending on what level you are at, it can take a couple of months. And you, after concluding these, the good news is that they're looking for IMGs and foreign medical graduates to fill these different positions that exist. I'm leaving the link in the description box below. And you can definitely check out the American Speech Language Hearing Association website, and you can have career vacancies there. Another position that I'll say here, the fit position, is the medical writer. A medical writer is a professional who writes, edits, and reviews various types of medical documents such as articles, reports, proposals, and there's lots that's going on in the medical field right now. There's research, and so they need lots of medical writers as much as possible. And medical writers are really well sought for. They kind of have a salary of somewhere around $75,000 per year for a starting position. The good news is that I'm always looking for IMGs and for medical graduates. You just need to know where to search, and I've left the link in the description for you to check it out. And to become a medical writer, you need to have strong background in science, medicine, and writing. You also need to have good communication, research, and analytic skills. You should be that kind of person who is curious, has good intuition, and you also need to have some certification or training. And again, I'm saying that all these certifications are free online. In your free time, rather than maybe going through social media, you can take it and you can learn a course on Coursera and you can get a certification, and it still counts 100%. I am saying from as a very good example. And you can check out opportunities on the American Medical Writer Association or the Drug Information Association groups that I've left the links in the description. You can also check Medical Writing Network websites where you can find several opportunities. I've left the link in the description. And probably one other will be health educator. And a health educator is a professional who teaches people health topics such as nutrition, diseases, prevention, wellness, and more. Prevention is better than cure, as it's always said. And nowadays, it's really good to prevent rather than try to cure the disease, because it's getting harder than ever before. And so these people are in high demand. And if you want to be a part of this place, check out the courses and study, and definitely you would be able to get into the system. I have also left some affiliate links in the description. If you're interested in getting one of the products and supporting us, that will really go a good way to encourage and to fortify the channel. And again, as I was saying, health educators, they teach people, educate people in a lot of things, and with your MD degree, you're already more than qualified, or your MBBS, you're already more than qualified, and they're in high demand in the US. Health educators are constantly being sought for, and they have a whopping salary of about 60 to 70,000 US dollars in a year. To become one of them, you need to have strong background in health education and psychology, which we already do as physicians. And what you need to do is just have a good communication skills, interpersonal skills, and leadership skills. You don't want to shy away from situations. You want to also try to increase your chances by getting certifications. And there are some certifications that are done through the Certified Health Education Specialist. And you can do a little more if you want to build a strong career in this field. And the last one I'll talk to you about medical coder. Medical coder is a professional who assigns codes to medical records such as diagnosis, procedures, and services. Medical coders can work for various clients and organizations such as hospitals, clinics, insurance companies, and billing agencies. And medical coders are in huge demand in the US. And if you're looking to move to the US, this should be a position where you should start looking up. I'm going to put a link in the description of some of the agencies that do it with visa sponsorship, with H-1B visa sponsorships, or or J-1 visas. You want to check it out if you're currently looking and are interested in a place that has visa sponsorship. And the last but not the least will be medical interpreters. Medical interpreters are very well sought of professionals who facilitate communication between patients and healthcare provider. I remember being called by a unit to do an interpretation for a particular position, and I was offered to be paid about $300 an hour for that particular position. So medical interpreter is a professional who facilitates communication between a patient and a physician, and for them to get a solution to their problem. And they're being sort of paid at least $50,000 a year. And you can, you don't need any specific skills for this one. If you're bilingual, you can speak another language, and you're in a city where patients are constantly being seen by doctors, and maybe the doctors cannot communicate in that patient's language, then that will be a very good opportunity for you to apply. I'll leave the link in the description, but you can also form part of the National Board of Certification of Medical Interpreters, and there are also some certifications online that you can do in order to fill this position. So yeah, that's about it. If you like the content of this video, please hit subscribe, and remember to watch this other very interesting one about changes happening in the medical field. Until then, bye-bye.